Good morning, Katie. It's nice to see you again.
Good morning. Good to see you too.
How are you feeling since our last meeting?
I feel okay. I mean, not a lot has changed, but after taking that assessment that you told me about, it really got me thinking about what I want to do.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed it. Do you want to share a little bit with me about kind of what you learned about yourself?
Yeah. When I took it, it said that I fall into the defender category and that I have good people skills.
Mhm.
It said that usually people in this category do well in academics or social work. Like, it's weird because I've kind of always thought I might like to work in a school,
Mhm.
maybe an elementary school teacher, something like that.
Mhm.
I really like kids, and I worked in a daycare in college, and I really enjoyed that. But I never really even considered that as, like a possible job until now.
Okay, so it sounds like this assessment kind of got you thinking about other potential careers that you might enjoy that maybe you hadn't really thought
Yeah,
about before.
yeah, it really did.
That's good to hear. So, how do you feel when you think about going back to school? Because that would require you to go back to school for
Yeah.
another degree. So, talk to me a little bit about how it feels when you think about having to go back to school for another degree.
I mean, it makes me, I mean, it would be stressful,
Mhm.
but, I'm stressed now. So, like, what's the difference? I could keep working, and maybe because I've already got a degree, I think I could probably earn another one in a shorter time.
Mhm.
I'm not really sure, though. The thought of it is really exciting.
Okay.
I just like the possibility of having two degrees and having this opportunity to finally do something that I would really enjoy. It's pretty exciting.
Okay, so it sounds like even though it might be a little scary and stressful, that it may be kind of worth it, to look into it. Maybe look into pursuing another degree.
I think so. I mean, it's a new thought, so I'm not going to jump into it immediately,
Mhm.
but, it's something to think about.
Okay. So, talk to me a little bit about what a day would look like for Katie if she were an elementary school teacher. If that's something that you really would enjoy. Talk to me about that.
Okay. Um, well, for one, I would have weekends and summers off. I mean, that would be awesome,
That would be
Um, I couldn't even imagine having all that time off and still getting paid. But other than that, I think I would just wake up excited to get to school and greet my kids. I would get to hang out with, fun little people all day and watch them learn and grow. And I really think I could leave every day feeling like I had made a difference. And for kids, and that would be amazing.
Mm-hmm. So it kind of sounds like what we talked about last week, how you are really determined to kind of find something where you feel like you have a purpose and you're making a difference. And it sounds like maybe you've given this a lot of thought since taking this assessment.
Yeah, I really have.
Yeah.
Taking it.
Okay. I'm really happy to hear that and that you enjoyed it. So, talk to me about how your work week went after we met. Did you maybe try talking to some of your coworkers or anything?
Yeah, I did. It wasn't bad. I felt awkward because I hadn't really tried that before. But everybody, they were pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. So you didn't have any issues with your coworkers?
No.
Okay. How are you feeling about what you said before about them not liking you, since it was kind of just based on what you thought the other coworker had said?
Yeah, I feel better about it. I don't think they don't like me.
Mm-hmm.
I just think I was letting myself freak out about it because I was, making assumptions.
Mm-hmm. Good. So how are you feeling about your current job now? I imagine you're probably still stressed about it, but talk to me a little bit now. Since you've had that chance to talk to your coworkers and stuff, talk to me about how you feel about it now.
I still don't like it. I still feel like I'm working harder than I should have to and that I'm not really appreciated there. I don't feel like, when I leave, I've done anything of value.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it helped me some that I tried to talk to some people, but it's still not where I see myself long term.
Mm-hmm. So it still sounds like you're pretty convinced that this isn't really where you're meant to be. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm still not enjoying it.
Okay. So you said that you are considering looking into going back to school for elementary education.
Yes.
Um, that's a big step. And if you're not ready to jump into that head first, you kind of need to take a few steps before that. You did say that it was something you weren't ready to kind of, give it your all
Right.
just yet. So what's something that you think you could do in this next week that might help you in your decision making if you do decide that that's the route you want to take? Because you might dig into it a little bit and decide that maybe you can find a career that you'll enjoy with the degree that you have. But if you really are kind of set in trying to get this rolling, what is something that you can do this next week that isn't jumping all in, but that might kind of help you in your decision making?
I was thinking maybe I could call my old advisor and just, ask for some info on what I would need to do if I did decide to go back. And, I could probably call one of my friends who works at a school. Um, they might let me just come in to do some observation. Maybe just give me a chance to see what a whole day really looks like, um, you know, at a school.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe if I do that a few times, it'd give me a good idea of what an elementary school teacher really does. That way I'm prepared for it if I do decide that.
Those sound like really good ideas, and that actually might help you in making that decision. So we are about out of time for this week, but before we meet again next week, do you think that you could try to get in touch with someone from your old college, your old advisor, just to get some information on, kind of what the process would look like, maybe how long it would take in getting that degree if you do decide that you want to return to school?
Yeah, I think I may just maybe send her an email tonight.
Okay, that sounds easy enough. And then maybe you can get in touch with someone at that elementary school that you mentioned and set up just a time to kind of go in for a little observation to kind of see what the day would look like.
Yeah, I mean, that shouldn't be a problem. I'm actually, pretty excited about it.
Okay, that's good to hear. So before our next meeting, you're going to collect some information on returning to school from your advisor, try to set up an appointment to visit the school and just get in there and kind of see, if you were to pursue that, what your days might look like. I think these are really good steps to take that might help you in that decision making that aren't taking it too far just yet, because that is a huge decision. If you do decide that you want to go back to school, that's something you really need to give a lot of thought to. So how are you feeling about everything that we've talked about today? We've covered a lot, and it's pretty serious stuff to think about going back to school after you've graduated and earned a whole bachelor's degree. So now you're kind of considering going back. So talk to me a little bit about your feelings about that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel good about it. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. Like more excited than I've been in a really long time.
Okay, so the thought of, even though it is going to be, time consuming and it might be scary and, that's a big step, you are more excited about that than you can remember being in a while.
Yeah.
That's good. That's really good. So we're going to end this session kind of the same as we did last week, if you remember. I'm going to ask you the same question as I did last week on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the most stressed and 10 being the least stressed. Talk to me a little bit about how you're feeling now about what's going on in your life.
Okay. I'd say probably about a 6, honestly. I still feel stressed about my current job, but I think the excitement of what might be in my future is just making me feel better in general.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that there is a little bit of improvement there from the last time we met. And we are out of time for today, but I do look forward to seeing you next week, and hopefully after you've done these little tasks that you've got planned, maybe next week we can have that number go down a little more. So I look forward to seeing you next week, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you, you too.